In the vast, ever-expanding cosmos, where stars whispered secrets to the vacuum of space, a disturbance rippled through the fabric of time. It began as a mere quiver, a cosmic hiccup, but grew rapidly into a chasm that yawned across the galaxy. Time rifts were rare, but not unheard of. This one, however, was different. It stretched from the fiery embrace of ancient star nurseries to the frozen tombs of dying galaxies, and it was expanding. On Earth, nestled within the gleaming corridors of the United Earth-Time Research Initiative, a hush fell over the bustling labs. The cacophony of beeping instruments and the murmur of scientists had been abruptly silenced by the urgent, red alert that now bathed the monitors in an eerie glow. The message was clear. A Class Omega temporal disturbance had been detected. Dr. Evelyn Castellanos, a renowned temporal physicist with a penchant for the dramatic, tossed her half-eaten apple into the waste bin and strode towards the control room. Her heart raced with excitement and trepidation. She had studied these anomalies for years, but never had one occurred so close to home. The room was a flurry of activity as scientists from various disciplines hurried to their stations, each trying to make sense of the data flooding in from the far reaches of the cosmos. Evelyn's eyes darted across the screens, absorbing the chaotic patterns and anomalous readings. A time rift this powerful could rewrite the very timeline of existence. The implications were staggering. "Initiate Protocol Alpha," as she barked, her voice cutting through the din. The room stilled as all eyes fell upon her. The head of the UETR, Dr. Castellanos, was known for her unorthodox methods and unrivaled expertise. Her team of hand-picked specialists knew that when she spoke, it was with the weight of the future resting on her shoulders. The protocol she invoked was the first step in a process that could potentially save countless civilizations, or doom them all. Their mission was clear: navigate the rift, understand its origins, and stabilize it before it grew too large to control. The team had been preparing for a scenario like this for years, running simulations and training exercises that would make even the most seasoned astronauts sweat. But now, as they approached the shimmering maw of the temporal anomaly, the reality of their task set in. This was no simulation. This was the moment that would define their careers, their legacies, and quite possibly, the fate of the universe. Their ship, the Kronos, hummed with the power of temporal engines that were the envy of every spacefaring civilization. Evelyn took her seat in the captain's chair, feeling the weight of her decision. As the countdown reached 0, the ship lurched forward, slipping through the veil of reality and into the tumultuous river of time. Within the rift, time itself seemed to fold in on them, a dizzying array of moments, past, present, and future, all colliding in a cacophony of light and sound. They saw the birth of stars, the rise and fall of empires, the quiet whispers of lovers in forgotten languages, each a fleeting glimpse of moments that were never meant to coexist. The Kronos, a beacon of human ingenuity, forged ahead, its shields flickering as it encountered the unpredictable tides of temporal energy. Their first encounter was with a civilization from the distant past, a race of beings who had mastered the art of time dilation. These ancient guardians had been watching over the rift for millennia, ensuring that no creature stumbled into the time stream unprepared. They communicated through a series of complex mathematical symbols that only Evelyn, with her extensive knowledge of advanced linguistics, could begin to interpret. Through this alien script, they shared the legend of the Timekeeper, a mythical figure said to maintain the balance of the cosmos. The Guardians warned of a great danger lurking within the rift, a force that threatened to unravel the very fabric of existence. As the physicist tried to discern the nature of this malevolent power, she realized that the rift was not a natural phenomenon, but rather a prison built to contain something so catastrophic that it could reshape reality itself. The question was not only how to stabilize the rift, but what was being kept at bay, and who had the power to imprison it. Their journey grew more perilous as they ventured deeper. They encountered futuristic vessels adrift, relics of civilizations long lost to the ravages of time, and even glimpses of themselves, distorted echoes of possible futures. Each encounter brought with it new clues and puzzles, each more challenging than the last. Yet, through it all, Evelyn remained steadfast, her mind racing with calculations and hypotheses. As they approached the heart of the rift, the ship's instruments went haywire, and the very structure of the Chronos groaned under the strain. It was here that they found the crux of the disturbance, a device of unparalleled complexity, a nexus of temporal energy that was both the cause of the rift and the key to its closure. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, a testament to a lost era of technological prowess. Evelyn knew that interacting with the device was risky, but the alternative was unthinkable. They had to act. She instructed her team to prepare for a daring maneuver that would require precision and a bit of luck. As the device loomed closer, the very air around them seemed to crackle with anticipation. The fate of the galaxy rested in their hands, or more accurately, in the deft touch of Evelyn's fingertips as she reached out to bridge the gap between worlds. Her first attempt to interface with the Nexus was met with a jolt of power that sent her reeling. The room flashed with light, and for a moment, she saw the threads of time unravel before her eyes. The Guardians had warned her of the risks, but she had underestimated the sheer power of the object before her. Shaking off the disorientation, she tried again, her mind racing with the knowledge that each failure brought them closer to oblivion. This time, the connection held. Her consciousness expanded, reaching out to the very essence of time itself. Images of civilizations long gone and futures unwritten flooded her mind, a kaleidoscope of potentiality that threatened to overwhelm her. But she remained focused on the task at hand, her training allowing her to navigate the tumult with a scientist's cold precision. The device was a key, she realized, and the rift was a lock that had been picked too many times by those who sought to manipulate the flow of time for their own ends. The conspiracy she had uncovered grew more intricate with each passing moment. The device was not a prison but a weapon, a tool constructed by an unknown enemy, seeking to dominate the very fabric of existence. They had underestimated the power of the cosmos, and their tampering had created the rift as an unintended consequence. Now, it was up to Evelyn and her crew to undo the damage and restore balance. With the Nexus under her control, she felt the rift's energy pulse through her, a heartbeat of the universe itself. Her mind raced with the complex algorithms needed to stabilize the rift. The crew watched in awe as she worked, their trust in her unwavering. The air grew thick with tension as she reached the final sequence. And then, with a thunderous roar that seemed to echo through the annals of time itself, the rift began to close. The images around them grew less chaotic, the distorted echoes of futures and pasts fading into the background. The ship system slowly returned to normal, and the readings grew stable. The rift was sealing shut, and with it, the potential for untold destruction. The Guardians, their ancient wisdom acknowledging the success of her efforts, offered their assistance. Together, they worked to ensure that the rift would not reopen, not today, not tomorrow, not in a million years. They shared their own secrets of time with her, gifting her knowledge that would change the course of human history. As the Chronos emerged from the rift, the team looked out upon the galaxy with new eyes. They had not only bridged the time rift, but had also forged an alliance with beings from across the time stream. The implications of their success were profound, opening up a future of cooperation and shared discovery that stretched as far as the stars themselves. Their journey had been fraught with danger, but it had also been a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. They had stared into the abyss and found a way to tame it, to bend it to their will. As they returned to Earth, hailed as heroes, Evelyn knew that their work was far from over. The universe was a tapestry of possibilities, and she had been given the threads to weave a new pattern, one of unity and exploration. The story of the human who bridged the time rift would be told for generations to come, inspiring countless others to reach for the stars and explore the mysteries of time. And as for Evelyn Castellanos, her legend had only just begun. Upon their return to Earth, Evelyn and her team were met with a mix of relief and astonishment. The world had held its breath as they ventured into the unknown, and now they had emerged not only with tales of ancient civilizations and futures unseen, but with a newfound understanding of the very fabric of the universe. The United Earth Council, recognizing the gravity of their discovery, immediately called for a summit of the galaxy's most advanced species to discuss the implications of time travel and the newfound alliances it could forge. The summit was held in the gleaming spire of the UETR, a beacon of human achievement. Delegates from across the galaxy gathered, their varied forms a testament to the wonders of evolution. Evelyn, now a beacon of hope, addressed the assembly, her words echoing through the chamber. She spoke of the fragility of time and the responsibility that came with the power to manipulate it. She shared the knowledge gifted by the Guardians, laying bare the secrets of the time nexus for all to see. In the months that followed, the UETR grew into a galactic coalition, the Timekeeper Initiative. Its mission was clear: to safeguard the integrity of the time stream and ensure that the power of time travel was wielded with wisdom and foresight. Evelyn, now the esteemed leader of this coalition, worked tirelessly to share her findings and the ancient Guardians' teachings with the worlds that had once feared the unknown. The fruit of their labor was a series of treaties, the Temporal Accords, which laid the groundwork for a future of peaceful exploration and shared guardianship over the cosmic timeline. No longer would civilizations hide their advancements in fear of the rift's return. Instead, they would stand united, ready to face any challenge that the ever-shifting tides of time might bring. But even as the galaxy embraced this new era of cooperation, whispers of the Timekeeper's true identity began to spread. The being that had once been their enemy now watched from the shadows, biding its time. For it knew that the power of the Nexus was not entirely contained, and that the day would come when it would need to be unleashed once more. The story of the human who bridged the time rift had become a tale of unity and progress, but it was also one of vigilance. As civilizations grew more intertwined, so too did their fates. The seeds of the next great adventure had been sown, and it was only a matter of time before they would bear fruit in the most unexpected of ways.